Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, another edition. Hope you're all doing well out there. It is another music show from our Newburyport studios, and I'm thrilled about that. Our guest today, Prateek.
Don't you tell me you don't know how it burns to cry alone when the sunset fades and all you've got are the tear-stained sheets and your racing thoughts. And there's always strings left untied, and there's always one more last goodbye. Then this world will break you if you don't allow your knees to hit the floor. 'Cause stars ain't diamonds and rain ain't tears, and love don't last 1,000 years. We build out walls, we lock our gates, but we'll all be in the dirt someday. I knew this dancer, dressed all in black, dug her nails into my back, but she pulled away by and by. It's times like these I remember why. And stars ain't diamonds and rain ain't tears, and love don't last 1,000 years. We build out walls, we lock our gates, but we'll all be in the dirt someday. Stars ain't diamonds and rain ain't tears, and love don't last 100,000 years. We build our walls, we lock our gates, but we'll all be in the dirt someday. We'll all be in the dirt someday.
right, Prateek, Joppa Afternoon Drive, live at Drew's house. Very nice. Welcome, first timer on the show. Prateek, a local Boston area musician here. Good to have you on the show, man. How you been?
I'm in good, man.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is great. You like the room? First timer in the room?
I do, yeah.
Feels good,
awesome.
right?
It's
Sounded
a good setup.
Good setup.
Good setup.
I built it myself. No,
Excellent.
just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, you sound great in here. That's good. First time you got to see the behind the scenes stuff of. So I walk in. I usually don't wear the bandana on the show.
It
but
looks good, man.
I walked in kind of hustling in like I do sometimes. You know, I get a busy day. I'm flying on in here. Hey, everybody, gotta get ready. And then they go, oh, no. Keep the bandana. Sarah Blackstone, our great director, said keep it. And you agreed.
I'm telling you, it looks good.
Cal Eaton agreed, our producer today. So I said, all right, we'll keep the bandana.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes with red, but you said it's
no,
okay.
it totally goes with the red.
I have issues with colors. I've clashed colors before. You know?
No, I get it, man.
My wife laughs at me. And, what are you wearing? She might be saying that right now, but who knows? You guys all agreed, so we're going with it. Yeah. Bandana in the house. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Prateek. What do we need to know?
Well, I'm a Boston area musician, like you said. I just put out a new single that I'm really excited about. It's called "You're Still on My Mind." I'll probably be playing it at some point in the program. What else? I've been doing this for about 7 years, and I've been, it's been an awesome ride.
Yeah.
Really excited to be here.
Playing a lot?
Yeah. It's been, like a little bit of a interesting shift, sort of since 2020.
Yes. Why? What's been going on?
Right. It's been a little bit of a shift. But yeah, things have been good lately. I've been, really starting to get back to it. Yeah. And that single that I mentioned earlier, that is off an album that I'm going to be releasing next year.
Cool. Did you write it during the pandemic or?
I actually wrote this particular single. I wrote just before the pandemic, actually. Okay. And it's the album that is kind of a whole collection of songs, some of which I wrote a long time ago, some of which I wrote during the pandemic.
Yep.
So it's a pretty good mix. But yeah, it's my second album overall, first studio album. So I'm really excited. It's called Till June.
Till June.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Yeah. Very good. Well, that's exciting times.
Yeah.
Do you find your music all over?
Yes, indeed. All the stream platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play. I don't know anybody who uses Google Play, but if there's anyone out in the audience who does, it's there. That's one of the places you can find it.
What about as far as if people want to see you out playing live, you good with the website or what's the?
Yes, indeed. If you go to my website, prateeksongs.com, that's where you can find all my shows, all the press stuff, some links to my music, just everything you'd expect to find on a website.
Cool.
Also got social media, at Prateek Music on Instagram, just Prateek on Facebook.
There you go. And who are the influences? Because you come in. I always love this when I get like new artists for the first time who I really don't know. We had a mutual friend who helped us get together here, but one I trust. So here you are, and you never know what you're going to hear. So I'm always like, oh, okay, so this is what he does like. Very good. So it's always a great moment for me when I hear these artists, and you never know what's going to come out. Who are the influences for you?
Oh man. I would say, that song that I just played, Diamonds, heavy Tom Waits influence on that. So overall, so
I was
Tom
thinking,
Waits,
Tom Waits,
Tom Waits, Townes Van Zandt, probably some John Denver on some of my songs because I grew up listening to John Denver, Willie Nelson.
It's like a little Johnny Cash in there.
Yeah, some Johnny Cash. Definitely Bob Dylan. Yeah. Definitely Bob Dylan. Pretty solid mix.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good songwriting catalog, Bob Dylan, doesn't he?
Yeah, just a couple of songs here and there.
It's funny. Every 2 months, I get into a Bob Dylan argument with somebody because, first of all, there's so many different Bob Dylans over the years, and it's So I always hate the generic that guy can't sing. I was like, it's not true. He can sing. First of all, he's probably not the most trained singer in the world, but there are songs and there are moments where he sounds beautiful. beautiful on.
Yep.
Like Karina Karina is one of my favorite songs of all time. He sounds like beautiful on Karina Karina, and many others.
Yep.
But anyway, I always like, people think like, the whole Bob Dylan impression, it's like, okay, sure, that's lame. You haven't done your work.
No, I feel you, man, because like I would say like he's not the most trained singer, but I would say that his voice works for the songs.
Yes.
And it delivers the songs the way that in a way that just provides like the most impact,
Right. His harmonica playing, same deal. Like he doesn't do too much, but like that, whatever that, like Jimmy Fallon made a joke one night. I don't know if you've seen that, but like he's like, I'm not even convinced he knows how to play the harmonica, but man, does it work? Just that, like those moments, he gets the moment right. And
100%. And it's like, you can like you can make fun of his voice all you want, and like I've laughed at a bunch of Bob Dylan impressions because it's like because like his voice, his voice sounds weird, but it really does work for his songs. And that's why I'm gonna love someone covering Bob Dylan most of the time. I'm gonna love hearing Bob Dylan himself singing most of the time because it works.
That's the thing. People don't realize how many songs of others that are actually Bob Dylan songs, And it comes up quite a bit. That guy wrote so much, threw away a lot that was magic too.
It's just wild, man. Like how, like, and just like even some of his most famous songs, like how many people have covered them. Yeah. There was like a Bob Dylan, there's a Bob Dylan tribute album, like one of many that's floating around, that's, out there. But there's like, I think it was, Kesha covering Don't Think Twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard her do that. That's interesting. I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's super cool.
People like Adele, like that's they don't realize that. Which one did she do again?
Yeah,
she did,
Make You Feel My Love.
Make You Feel My Love. Yeah, people don't realize that's a Bob Dylan song.
Oh yeah, no.
And then they can't even imagine it because they're like, that's so her though. I'm like, well, you can go listen to his.
Yeah.
But all right, well, there's our Bob Dylan portion of the show. Brought to you by Bob Dylan. No, just kidding. So Prateek, so what is your songwriting style? Do you? It's a good segue after a Bob Dylan conversation. Do you sit down for hours and go at it? Do you try to make time, or do you just write songs when they come to you?
It's kind of a mix of both. Lately, I've been a little bit more, just like kind of letting songs come to me. But mostly, I would mostly like, especially when I was starting out, I was like very consistently just like making time to write songs, and it was just like, I don't care if it's bad. I just need to write it.
Yep.
If it's bad, I'll throw it away. If it's good, I'll keep it. Either way, I won. So, and which I found is like actually a pretty helpful way to look at it, because it's just like, as long as you write something, if it's bad, like that's the whole thing. If it's like bad, you throw it away. If it's good, you keep it. But you're not going to know until you write it.
You said something, by the way. I turned your mic off as you said the word something. I don't know why. I wasn't bleeping anything. Good work, Drew. But all right, good. So that gives us a little insight into the writing mind. What is the when you craft a set list for a show like this? Like, do you know what you want to get out there, or do you just kind of wing it? Because some people come in, they're like, "Yeah, let's do this," and others go, "You know what? I kind of want to get this, and this across."
Oh, I wing it. I mean, I've gotten one of the things that I found is like really helpful is that I never do set lists for shows.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm hearing more and more of that these days.
It really, I don't know if it were. I'm gonna say it's probably not gonna work for everyone, because there's no one thing that works for everyone. But I had a friend who is an amazing musician who I respect. Guy named Sonny Jim Clifford. Look him up. He's fabulous. But we were talking about performing, and one thing that he told me was that he never does set lists, because the whole thing is that basically he just entirely goes by feel, pays attention to the audience, and basically figures out on the fly what is going to be the best song to play next.
There you go. Yeah.
And for the most impact.
Yeah.
And I was really intrigued by that, by that idea. So I started doing that, and I found that worked really well.
Cool.
So what I've gotten into is like a rhythm now. It's just like, I know what songs I'm gonna play, but I always figure out the order on the fly.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Good to know. So you obviously have to have a catalog for that too. So if you have one album with 10 songs, you'll probably get most of those 10 songs.
Yeah. Exactly.
But somebody's been around. That's nice versatility. That's part of being around. It's good, right?
Yeah, it's great.
What are you gonna play next for us?
I think I'll actually do that single that I mentioned.
Oh, now's the time. We get to hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Again, we're joined here by Prateek on Joppa Afternoon Drive live at Drew's house. First time on the show, so we're excited to have Prateek here today. Take it away, my man.
All right. Wish I died the day I met you. I wish my heart would cease to beat before I ever called you lover, before you even thought to leave, 'cause you're still on my mind, still on my mind. You're still on my mind. Right now, you're probably out in the city. Another man buys around for you and your friends. And he smiles 'cause all that he wants is to hold you. And you smile 'cause you already know how this ends. And you're still on my mind, still on my mind. You're still on my mind. And I know that you don't even wonder where I am, or how many nights that I cried. You were my world, I gave you everything I had. Now I'm singing about you to strangers, and when the music is over, I'm hoping that they will be kind. 'Cause you're still on my mind, still on my mind. You're still on my mind. You're still on my mind, still on my mind. You're still on the mind.
Woo! There it is, Prateek, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive with the new single.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you, thank you.
So the world is starting to get to hear this a little bit, I'm guessing.
Yes, indeed.
Good. Is it cool releasing new? It must be. You must love it. But is there some like added maybe it's just like excitement or adrenaline pressure? Maybe is it weird to release a new single and be like just see how people react to it for the first go around?
Yeah, no, it is. There's always a lot of feelings, because it's just like. When you write these things, when you make art of any kind that you like want to share with people,
yeah,
there's always the part of that sort of that piece is life, that it's where it's like it's just you and it's just your idea and it's sort of your thing and it's it's your baby, and it's like it's like the same way that you'd like if you have a kid and you want to protect them from the world and shield them from everything bad, it's like the same thing. It's just like, oh, it's just like this is mine. I want it. It's just like, and
Please
you want
like
to
it.
you
Please
want
like it.
You want, and you want to share it, but you also want to protect it from like anything bad, from anybody like disliking it or criticizing it. And so when you put it out there, there's like all this anxiety. It's just like, man, I really I hope people like this. That's. And but it is also really exciting because I do write songs that I want people to hear. I want to share these things.
Yeah.
I want to give them to people. And hope that they connect with it.
It is a hard thing to do. I mean, I'm sure you're used to it at this point, but it's a hard thing to like, because there's this whole element of just putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the job. I know.
Exactly.
But it's like that is kind of like a jump that you remember, like when you first started making that jump. It's like, okay, I'm all in on this now. It's
yeah. Yeah, it is weird, and I will say that it's like I'm not sure if it gets easier to do per se, but you do get used to it.
Okay.
And I suppose on that level, it kind of becomes a little bit easier to sort of like manage your feelings about it and like any of the anxiety and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like it never really goes away.
It's probably a good thing, right? I mean, that's probably what drives you too. Is you probably in a weird way like that.
Maybe.
I like that idea though of like, I think there always is that something like that's what makes like live music so great, is that like, you live on that edge too, and like it's like, it could go badly, it could be a bad night, but that's why we came. It's probably going to be great. So it's like that's why I love that about concerts. Like even some of the people I love, like there've been nights that haven't been my favorite shows, but other nights that have been like beyond expectations, and like that's what's so great about going to concerts and everything.
Yeah,
I feel that way. That's in a weird way. It's kind of like the same, that whole living on the edge thing, which I like about music.
Yeah, no, I feel that, because it's like I think for me it's like, and maybe for some other people too, it's like it's not so much like living on that edge between like, it's not so much that there's like this edge between just like, oh, maybe this will go badly, or like, oh, maybe it'll be amazing, but it's like this sort of, I think basically what that edge is like that perfect sort of when you really just connect with people and you're present. And it's just like, people talk, like words like, mindfulness and clarity get like thrown around a lot.
Sure.
But I think, but I do think that is for a reason. And I think that it's like when you have that as a performer, when you do have that mindfulness and when you do have that clarity and you're just able to like, you're performing, but you're also speaking directly to people. Yeah. And you're connecting with them in that moment, and you're, like creating this beautiful, moment in this shared experience. Yeah. Like that is just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yeah. Are you one of those artists who really does like look into the crowd and like, ooh, I'm connecting with that person tonight? Or
I try as much as possible. Yeah. It's like, because for me that's like really, that really is what it's all about. Yeah. All my favorite musicians, it's always been about that. They not only do they write great songs, but they're great performers, and their performance philosophy is really just about connecting with people and connecting with the audience and making it's like for whatever reason this particular show is special.
No, that's the thing, right? If you can make it, they're doing however many shows a year, it's like if you can make it feel that feeling every night.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of those artists, those are the ones who generally usually believe it too, like every night is different.
Yep. 100%.
Every night is going to make this the best time you've ever heard us. So that's always a good way to go out. Because I mean, sometimes you hear those stories. And do you prefer like a small room versus a bigger room, or like?
I do kind of like the smaller rooms, but I mean, it's like, it's depending on how a room's set up. Like even a big room can feel like really intimate.
Agreed.
Like if you've ever been to like one of my favorite musicians is a guy named Joppa. Usually when he comes through Boston, when he tours through Boston, he usually plays the Sinclair. Yep. That's like, I think that's like 1,000, 1,500 cap venue, something like that. When he plays it though, it's it's just like everyone in the audience is like hanging on to every word. And it's just like it's one of the most intimate experiences ever.
You're right. It's all about the actual place. I think some of my even like I will say, as old as it is, I have a soft spot for like the Orpheum in that neck of the woods in Boston. I like, it's not. I know a lot of people will say, oh my god, that place has been there forever, and like concessions haven't been updated since whatever. There's something about that place that I love.
I'm glad we got venues in Boston that have been around for a long time, because we've been losing so many,
I know. Yeah, it is true. So many cities too. Like I mean, a lot of places it's great, and they've transformed cities to be beautiful. But you do everything kind of. It's great, but it's all kind of cookie cutter and feels the same. Like Boston definitely, feels like Boston.
I have such a soft spot for independent businesses of any stripes. Of any stripe, and independent venues too. Like they're the kinds of places that where like the owners are also like down in the crowd, because they're also they're also working it, because it's not just another House of Blues location.
Which is good too. I like the House of Blues there. It's a nice spot to see a show, but I know what you mean. There's 17 of them or whatever.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's just like, and I love those independent venues where the staff is like really working their ass off, because not just because they care about the job, but because they care about the place, because that specific venue means so much to specific people and specific scene and everything like that.
Are you noticing that on your travels recently, that like, especially out of the pandemic, we keep hearing about staff shortages everywhere? It seems to me like I went to Club Passim there, one of my favorite venues. Is that Cambridge or Somerville? It's Cambridge, right? I always, for whatever, I've never been able to get that straight, but I've been there a million times. But and a buddy of mine does like the booking there. Like, I think he's in charge of it. Long story short, he's does the tickets, the booking, all this stuff. I went there one night and he's like also like taking drink orders and doing the tables, and I was like, man, everybody here's doing everything. I think part of it was staff shortage, but it's also like, it's the coolest thing. These people, like, literally, this is their baby, their place, and they all pitch in and do whatever it takes,
Yep.
I'm noticing that a lot of places though. Bars, even just small time bars, small time venues, they're all kind of, everybody's all hands on deck.
No, it really is. And I think that's like one of because of the pandemic, and because of how the pandemic has devastated local economies like everywhere, as well as like the national economy, that's it's really hurt a lot of small businesses, and especially small independent music venues, because if it's difficult, if it's not safe, or if it's difficult for people to tour, they live and die by the shows, man.
Right, yeah.
And it's like those, and we need to support those places.
I'm sure you guys, I know pretty much every artist who's come in here has been telling me, especially over the last couple of years, probably beforehand, but definitely over the last couple of years, always try to shout out the bartenders, the waiters, who's ever working. I always try to, because it's so important to a musician.
Bartenders, servers, sound people.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, sound people. Don't forget the sound people.
Yeah. The Trinity. the Trinity of what makes a small venue run.
There you go. You had it right there. All three. Boom, boom, boom. Very good. All right, Prateek, what are we hearing next? Again, Prateek joining us here in our Newburyport studios today, local area Boston musician. Go find him out there. He's playing all over the place, and go check out his schedule here for the end of the summer and into the fall and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna good. Yeah, I'm gonna do a song which I was actually told that you would particularly appreciate. This song is dedicated to all the pet owners out there. It's called "If I Were a Dog."
All right, Prateek on Joppa Afternoon Drive, live at Drew's house.
All right. If I were a dog, I'd piss on every tree stump and bark at every log. But I'm just a man. Just a man who's wishing that he was a dog. I wanna run around the garden, make friends with all the bugs and snails. I wanna throw up on the carpet. I wanna spend an hour chasing my own tail. If I were a dog, with fleas upon my back and grass beneath my paws, well, I wouldn't have to sing this song about all the things I'd do if I were a dog. I'd like to jump in every puddle and howl at every star-filled sky. I'd like to always get in trouble. I'd like to be somebody's friend until the day I die. If I were a dog, I'd piss on every tree stump and bark at every log. But I'm just a man with a house and a job, and I'd throw it all away to be a dog. Yeah, I'd throw it all away to be a dog. Yeah, I'd throw it all away to be a dog.
All right, Prateek, Joppa Afternoon Drive, live at Drew's house. That one was dedicated to me. Very good. Now I know why. I was wondering who you were talking to before the show.
Yeah.
The production team. And again, a shout out to them today. Sarah Blackstone directing the show, Cal Eaton producing, Sarah Hayden, the boss, is in the house around here somewhere. In and out. She's always doing a million things. Thank you all, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. That's a unique songwriting.
Yes, indeed.
I like that. That was cute. Where'd that one come from?
That one was kind of that was one that was written during the pandemic, and I don't know, that idea popped into my head, and I just immediately ran with it because I was like, I want to do like kind of I think when I was writing it, I had this idea that it's like I wanted to do a song that was kind of silly and lighthearted, but also had some sincerity into it.
Yeah.
You know, because like some people there's joke songs that it's like, it's not like, I guess it's not like they're not sincere, but it's like it's mostly about the joke.
Yep.
And then there's joke songs that they're not really so much joke songs as they're funny and very sincere.
Yeah. No, I completely hear that. Yeah. That's actually a guy we're talking about. Immediately, a few Dylan songs are popping in my head because he has some of those that are lighthearted, but also like, oh, there's some truth to that.
Yep. Exactly. That was the kind of song that I wanted to write.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's cool. It's clever songwriting. I like it. Again, Prateek making his first appearance on the show here. Joppa Afternoon Drive, live at Drew's house here in Newburyport. Do you get to Newburyport often, or?
It's honestly been a while since I've been back here.
Taking in some sights today, or?
Yeah, I'm actually. After the show, I've been told that the Modern Butcher is the place to go if you want to get amazing sandwiches, so I'm really excited to check that out.
Okay.
And yeah, probably gonna also like hang around here, taking some of the sites, because you know it's today's actually a day off for me and my
How
partner.
many of those do you get?
So, lately maybe a few more than I'd like, but
really? Trying to cram that schedule?
But, you know, is because you know it's like it's very feast or famine when you're a musician. You either get no days off, or you get maybe a few more days off than you'd like.
Yeah.
But you know, when you get a few more than you'd like, you're just like, well, might as well make the most of it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Enjoy the Newburyport. The great downtown we have here in Newburyport. I always love walking it. Sometimes I'll bring the dogs to Newburyport. They enjoy the you know what I love? A very subtle thing, but I love the downtown Newburyport walk because they have dog water outside almost all the place. It's such a little thing.
No, but it makes all the difference.
Cambridge is another place I like. They're good with that. And it's just certain like cities, Portsmouth good. Certain cities around that just that are like really good about that. And almost always, I don't know what it is about the connection between dog water bowls outside businesses to having a really good day. There's a connection there. I usually love those places.
Oh, totally.
I don't know why.
I used to actually I used to work at an outdoor market, and we kept dog water bowls around. The idea was it was like this, so it was a whole group of small businesses and sort of like this horseshoe shaped plaza. And then there was that horseshoe shaped plaza was around a courtyard which had all this seating and like fire pits and everything. So so like people would, you know, they like reserve like fire pit tables and like come and hang out with their friends and with their dogs and everything. And so like we keep dog water bowls around so that people brought their dogs. Like, oh, by the way, is your dog thirsty? We can,
no, it's great. It's something about it, just inviting.
Inviting.
If you like the dogs, I tend to like you. Do you have dogs yourself?
I actually don't. I have two housemates who have 3 cats between them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even let you write a dog song in there.
They're very sweet cats.
The cats are like, what is this? What is this song?
No, the cats are actually very sweet. Like, you know, cats can be a little, you know, like people say that they're a little temperamental. I always like to say it's like cats have boundaries, man. Just respect them and you'll be cool.
I have no problem with cats, by the way. I've always just been a dog guy.
No, I get it.
They're not necessarily connected. It's not.
Cat. You know, the way that cats love people and the way that dogs love people are just two different things.
Yeah.
And you know sometimes you click with one, sometimes you click with the other, sometimes you click with both.
Yeah. So dogs give you like all their love. So you're saying that those people are needy. I'm needy. I need the love.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I'm not saying you're needy. You know what the thing about dogs, at least from what I've seen,
I am a little needy.
Dogs want to spend time with people.
Yes.
Dogs are just dogs. You know, I can't say I know the mind of a dog, but I can. But from the way that dogs act, it's like their whole. It seems to me like their whole thing is just like, no, life's too short. I want to spend time. I want to spend time with the people I love right now.
Okay, yeah,
absolutely right now.
That connects. That's my mentality.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And cats are a little like, they like spending time with people, but they're like, I also gotta have some. I gotta have some me time.
Okay. Those
like
are the
my me
boundaries.
time. Yeah.
Those are the boundaries you speak of.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
Very cool. Well, this has been fun, man. Prateek in the house, Boston area musician, playing all around. So go find him on the website and go follow him on all the social medias. You want to say that one more time just to get it out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Website is prateeksongs.com, Prateek songs.com. Instagram handle, Prateek Music, Prateek Music, all one word, all lowercase. And then just Prateek, Prateek, on Facebook and all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, etc.
Cool, man. Well, it's been so good to meet you.
Likewise.
Fun chatting with you here a little bit. And I always love the first timers in the studio. We hope to have you back here. Yeah. Put you on our list of people we want to return. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Can we
absolutely.
Put you on the want to return side?
Absolutely.
There's not many people on. There are probably a couple on the do not call back, but not many. I kid. But enjoy your day in Newburyport. Enjoy releasing the new music. I know it's an exciting time for you, and
Heck yeah, man.
have
Thank
fun with
you.
all that. You want to bring us home with one?
Absolutely.
Cal and the Saras, thank you guys again very much producing the show. You guys are the best. We love you. I do the easy part. Prateek.
All right. This one's called "The Gang's All Gone." No one likes you when you're stoned. They just hate to be alone. But not so much they'll take you home. Oh. No one likes you when you're drunk. But you're too big to call a punk. You sail that ship until it's sunk. But no one likes you when you're drunk. So find a bar, find a girl, drink your beer, rule the world. Stay up late, drive home high. Forget your job, forget the bills, run your mouth, chase the thrills. I swear that this is gonna be your year. The gang's all gone and you're still here. No one wants to be like you. Bloodshot eyes and a broken tooth. Growing up is hard to do. But no one wants to be like you. So find a bar, find a girl, drink your beer, rule the world. Stay up late, drive home high. Forget your job, forget the bills, run your mouth, chase the thrills. I swear that this is gonna be your year. The gang's all gone and you're still here in this town. All you do is drown away from every lifeline you've been thrown. bottle's not a place to build a home. So find a bar, find a girl, drink your beer, rule the world. Stay up late, drive home high. Forget your job, forget the bills, run your mouth and chase the thrills. You swear that this is gonna be your year. The gang's all gone and you're still here. You're still here. You're still here. The gang's all gone and you're still here.